Start camera, stop back, button. Stop recording, button.
Guess how many weeks I've got? I've only got 3 weeks now. And yes, you will get a room tour of my room in my new supported living house. What do you think of that? Pretty cool, huh? Alexa, coronavirus news.
Jordan, here's what's new.
From
From BBC News.
Hello, the latest from the BBC Newsroom.
Freddie Fazbear.
President Trump has signed an executive order to block transaction with TikTok's Chinese parent company ByteDance. The order begins in 45 days. President Trump said the US must take aggressive action against the app in the interest of national security.
Alexa,
The software...
coronavirus news.
Jordan, here are the stories you haven't heard yet today. From BBC News.
Hello, the latest from the BBC Newsroom.
Cool.
President Trump has signed an executive order to block transaction with TikTok's Chinese parent company ByteDance. The order begins in 45 days. President Trump said the US must take aggressive action against the app in the interest of national security. The software giant Microsoft has already said it wants to buy TikTok's US operation, and the order gives the firm a narrow window to make the deal. Belgium, Andorra, and the Bahamas have become the latest countries from which travellers will have to quarantine on arrival in the UK. Wales has enacted the measure since midnight. In the rest of the UK, visitors from those places will have to self-isolate from Saturday. Political correspondent Helen Catch reports.
The decision is in response to what the Department for Transport described as a consistent increase in the level and pace of coronavirus cases in each of the 3 countries over recent weeks. Travellers who transit through Belgium on their way to or from other countries will also be required to self-isolate.
The Immigration Minister, Chris Philp, is to visit France next week to try to agree stronger measures to deter illegal migrants from crossing the Channel by boat. Yesterday, a record 235 people in 17 boats were intercepted by Border Force officials. New York's top prosecutor is taking legal action to try and dissolve the country's influential pro-gun lobby group, the National Rifle Association. The Attorney General of New York State, Letitia James, has accused its top leaders of illegally using NRA funds for personal benefit. The organization says the lawsuit is a baseless, premeditated attack. 8 Aberdeen footballers will miss the next 3 matches as they're self-isolating after 2 tested positive for COVID-19. The other 6 players are said to have been in close contact with them at a bar, which is at the center of a spike in cases. The Japanese gaming firm Nintendo has emerged as one of the winners out of the pandemic. Their profits have soared to nearly £1 billion in the first quarter of this year. Analysts have attributed the success to games such as Animal Crossing. That's all for now. I'm Freddie Tennyson. You can check back in with the BBC News at any time.
In weather, in Bath, it's 15 degrees Celsius with clear skies and sun. Today, you can expect intermittent clouds, with a high of 31 degrees and a low of 16 degrees. That's all for now.
Well, not very much on COVID-19 now, because in March, April and May, it was COVID this, COVID that, COVID this, lockdown that, lockdown this and lockdown that. Now it's basically just about travelling and footballers now. That tells us that the coronavirus is slowly going away. Hopefully by next year it will be gone. If not, then basically it will just be like an illness. It will be like an illness we get immune to. Okay. Like the flu, vomiting and diarrhea, AIDS, which is a sexually transmitted disease, yeah, so maybe coronavirus will be up there in all the illnesses. Like the flu virus is a virus. Diarrhea and vomiting is like a virus. AIDS is like a virus. Corona, it is a virus anyway. And yeah. Alexa, tell me a joke.
How many siblings does it take to change a light bulb? 0. By the time they stop fighting about it, you'll have already changed it yourself.
Alexa, tell me a Star Wars joke.
Why shouldn't you ask Yoda for money? Because he's always a little short.
Alexa, tell me a Star Wars joke.
Why can't you eat a Wookiee? They're too chewy.
Alexa, tell me a Star Wars joke.
What's Han Solo's least favourite coffee shop? Jabba the Hutt.
Alexa, tell me a Star Wars joke.
What kind of car does a Jedi drive? A toy Yoda.
Alexa, tell me a Star Wars joke.
When is the staring contest over? When Jar Jar blinks.
Alexa, tell me a Star Wars joke.
Why is Grand Moff Tarkin single? He's looking for love in Alderaan places.
Alexa, tell me a Star Wars joke.
Why can't you email a photo to a Jedi? Because, for Jedi, attachments are forbidden.
Alexa, good night.
Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.
Back. Stop recording.